So today we're going to be doing your color analysis. Have you ever had one of those before?
No.
Okay. So how that works is we're going to be looking at your skin tone, your hair color, and your eye color to determine which season you fit into. And the seasons are spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And they don't have anything to do with the actual seasons. They are a grouping of colors that work best all together. They all tend to work together. So the spring colors are going to be warm and bright. Summer colors are cool and soft. Autumn colors are warm and rich. And winter colors are kind of a cool tone as well as a very rich and strong tone. And it just depends on your own personal coloring which one you're going to fit in. So let me give you a little visual representation. So these two are our two warm seasons. This one is spring and this one is autumn. And you can kind of see the difference between the two of them. Autumn is a lot more rich and dark and has kind of a muted quality to it. And spring is a lot more bright, light, and clear. You could see very obviously which color you're looking at compared to the autumn colors. They all kind of have a little bit of like a gray tone to it, right? Okay. And then when we flip it over, we can see the summer here and winter here. The summer colors have more of a soft and muted quality to them, like the autumn colors, but they're a lot more light, like the spring. And the winter colors are a lot more rich and deep, and they're also clear like the spring colors. You look at them and you can see, okay, that's red, that's pink, that's yellow, whereas all the summer colors have more of a gray cast to them. So first we're going to start by looking at your skin tone to determine if you're more warm or cool. That's will give us a base if you're spring or spring and autumn or summer winter. Good. Okay. So there's a couple different ways we can do that. We can look at your wrist if you hold up your wrist like that. Sorry, my hands are a little cold. We can look at your wrist and see what the color of the veins are. So I'm seeing a little bit of a greenish tones here, so that shows me that you're more of a warm tone.
Okay.
And do you tend to like gold jewelry or silver jewelry?
Gold.
Gold? Okay,
Yeah.
so that means that you like the warm tones. So warm tones tend to look good against you.
Mm-hmm.
So if I see your wrist again, I can see how that looks.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll also try the silver color against your wrist to see. Yeah, the silver color tends to cool you off a little bit too much, and the gold tends to brighten up your skin.
Oh, okay.
So we can also look more broadly at your face. We could start with the silver.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you shine so much more with the gold compared to the silver.
Yeah.
Can you see that difference?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we've determined that you are warm tone, so that cuts out two seasons for us. Now we can really look at whether you are going to be spring or a autumn.
Mm-hmm.
Now springs tend to be a lot lighter in tone. Like me, more blonde hair, more light features. Autumns tend to have darker features, like you have the darker hair, the darker eyes, and your features are a little more muted. They blend together. The coloration blends together more. Okay, so we'll still drape these colors just to see which ones look the best on you. Okay, we're going to start with yellows, and I have two different yellows here. This one is a lot more light. This one is more of a richness to it. smells good. This one fits more into your season, but I think this is kind of like a mid color. What do you think of it?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Alright, we'll put this one to the side and look at it. So, we also have some blue options. This one's a very bright blue, and actually I think that looks quite nice on
Yeah, I love blue.
you. Mm-hmm. This one is a little more pale, more of a cool tone, I think. So we get something a little bit deeper. That's very pretty, but it also has much more of a cooler tone. This is a very deep blue. I do like this deep blue on you. I think that's very pretty. Let's look at this one. I think this one might be a little bit too cool for you. This one might be a little bit too light. That is a pretty color. It's more of a spring blue,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes the spring and autumn colors can cross over. You can fit into some of the spring colors too. So that's probably another mid color. Let's see. Now, autumn doesn't have quite a lot of purples, but there are some dark purples that you can do. This one is too light. I don't think this one suits you that. Okay. You can definitely go with a much more rich purple, like for example, something deeper and more of a muted quality, like with a gray like this one, would suit you really well. Now, autumn is definitely the color for any oranges. People that love orange and you're in autumn, that's the best season to be in. This one is more of a spring, sort of corally orange. And here's more of a just pure deep orange color. And most seasons cannot handle this color, but you can as an autumn. You can wear any of these deep oranges. So, what do you think of this color?
It's very pretty.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not a color that you usually go for?
No, not really.
Not really? Okay. It's definitely something you can consider to include in your wardrobe. We can try to look at a couple of pinks. Pink is not typically one of your colors in this season. As you can see, this is too light for you. I kind of like this color on you though. It's not too cool. It has more of a reddish cast to it. I kind of like that color. This one is too cool. Let me see this one again. for your greens, anything with more of an olive sort of shade to it is going to work really well. This one is more cool. I think it cools down your skin a little bit too much. This one has a little bit more warm quality to it. This is more in your autumn season. Maybe more of an exciting color. What do you think of it?
Yeah, I don't usually wear green, but it's pretty for spring or summer maybe.
Yeah, definitely spring or summer clothes look really nice. Which green do you like more? The dark one or the lighter one?
Probably the dark one.
Me too. I like the darker one more. Even though this darker one maybe has a little bit of a cool quality to it, anything with that dark, warm green is going to look really great on. Now let's take a look at reds. So there is a true red that actually works with every season. Every season can wear true red. But then there are different reds that have more warm and more cool tones to them. Like this one is more of a warm red, and that one is just, I think that one's really beautiful on you. And you can see the difference. This one's more cool. And I think that the warm one looks a lot better.
Yeah, I like that.
Me too. And then here's a much brighter red. This one might work more as a spring, a little bit lighter, but closer to the true red. And this one is more of a spring color, but sometimes can work. I think this one can work as a lighter color for you. Let's see. More of a true red. Looks great on everybody. No, I don't really like this one too much. Okay. And I'm going to take a look at some kind of teal colors. Kind of a mix of blue and green. This one is not bad. I think this one is too cool on you. I think this one is just a bit too light. Let's take a look at these two. Which one do you like more?
Maybe the first one?
This one, the darker one?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It's a very interesting color.
It is. Yeah, I like this one more too. This one is just a little too makes this, it's too weak of a color for you, I think. So for our neutrals, you never want to go with a pure white. You always want to go something that's a little bit warmer, a little bit off-white. And you never want to go true black. Like a dark gray you can go, a dark warm gray, or a dark brown is going to look the best on you. Also tan colors, they're going to look nice. This one might be a little bit too light with something just a bit darker than this. And for grays, you can definitely do gray, but you have to just pick something that has that warmer quality to it. This one might be a little bit cool. And this one seems a little bit warmer, so it could be hard to tell the difference with gray. You really have to look at it in like a natural light to see if it has that warmer, cool quality. But I do like the dark gray.
I like it too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think of this pale color?
It might work, but not alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah, I can add it to the outfit, but as minimal as possible, I suppose.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I agree. And it's good to mix up some of those colors, especially when you have a lighter color like this, which normally isn't in your season, to add something richer that will elevate it a little bit more. Okay. So let's take a look at these mid colors. Let's see what we think of them again, okay? I think this one is just too clear. It needs more gray in it to really fit into your color. It needs more softness, I should say. It's a bit too, I don't know, just too sunshiny, I would say. This one, I'm kind of rethinking it. I think it's, when I put it against your face, it looks a little bit cooler. What do you think?
Yeah, not the best shade of blue for me.
Mm-hmm, I agree. Yeah, I think this one is just too bright again, too much of a lighter color, too clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can definitely go with this color, but like you said, mixing it with another one of your colors in the season might work better. So let's see if we can pick out something and see how it looks together. If we mix it with that green, I think that looks really nice. Like what you have right now on, you have that light colored tank top and maybe the green kind of cardigan or something that can go and really make a very rich look. What do you think?
Yes, if I add like a green back, this shade in particular, it would really pop the outfit.
Yeah, you're right. I think so. So let's see. The orange too. That would really pop.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a bright color. But I think you can pull it off. Maybe it won't be your first choice, but This is more of a second level. And I would say the green is definitely a power color for you. Yeah.
With some gold jewelry maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Okay, so let's look at your other colors we picked. And let's decide which are your best colors and which one are your worst colors. Well, I won't say worst, but maybe colors for like accessories or scarves or would be your worst colors. And then the main outfit piece would be your best colors. So get this organized. So we already decided that this orange is more of a maybe an accessory color. Maybe like an earring or something. Oops. Maybe for like an earring or even like a bracelet, you can add a pop of color with this orange. And we really like this green. I think a dress in this green color would look just fantastic and be a very powerful color for you. I like this red, but I think it's maybe more of a mid color for you. You can definitely wear it in anything you want, but it's not going to be as strong as that other red that we have down here. I like this gray, but maybe again it's more of a mid color. I think this teal looks really good on you. It's got that rich deepness, similar to the green. I think that's why it looks really good.
I think I love it mainly because it's the color of the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Pink, it's again probably more of a mid color. You can definitely wear it, but it's not going to be as strong as the other two. And this red is just one of your fantastic colors, I think. It looks so beautiful. And I do quite like this dark blue too. It's got that soft quality and the dark quality that we're looking for. It's a little bit gray and it's deep. It works well with your hair and your eye color, I think. Alright, so these are your best colors that we've determined. And I can see that despite being in autumn, you really suit into these cooler colors, the blues and the green. Even though I would say that this blue here is more warm toned, and this green is a little more warm toned, and this blue is quite a bit gray, and this red is just really, really suits you well. Yeah, I think those colors look really nice, and especially for autumn, you want to take one of your, you want to take one of these rich colors and you can pair it with one of your neutrals. With autumn, you don't want to go too bright and too rich and crazy. You know, mix your yellow, your red, and your blue together. It's gonna look just too exciting. Something like a spring and a summer can do that really well. They can mix their bright colors together in combination and it can look really nice and really suit them well. But for you as an autumn, you want to take one of your bright colors and mix it with your more muted neutrals like your browns and your grays. And you can also go into these colors like your top. And anything with a more gray and soft appearance will look better combined with your more rich colors. And it's the same case with the winters too. Okay. I am going to give this to you as a guide, so when you go shopping, you can keep that as a reference. Thank you. And it's helpful when you go shopping if you can take the item of clothing and bring it near the window and really take a look at the actual color. When you're in the store, they always have these very blue colored lights, and it can be hard to actually see the true color unless you're looking underneath the sunlight. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for coming. I hope this was helpful for you.
Thank you so much. It was.
Yeah, great.